Okay, this is a call out to my listeners. I do not have a lot of sponsors for this podcast on purpose because I don't want to waste your time with products I am not crazy about. Well, I do have two that I am crazy about. The first one is LLC TLC. This is where you can save money on your car registration. Every year, you can set up a Montana LLC and pay no sales tax on your vehicle purchases, which is really amazing. Now, you can also permanently register your classic cars in Montana to avoid any annual renewal fees. And as your registered agent, LLC TLC will handle everything for you, so you never have to step foot in Montana to take advantage of this incredible offer. Now, as a listener of this podcast, they are offering 30% off your entire package. Now, to get this, simply go to llctlc.com/classic or mention this podcast when you call them directly. My other big sponsor of this podcast is Euro Classics out of Dayton, Ohio. Now, that's Euro Classic with an X.com. If you want to reach them in person, you can reach them at 937-299-1311. Now, this is where I get all of the work done on my Porsche. I just had my GTO in there. My Mustang's been in there. It is the place to go if you want awesome service at an extremely competitive price. So when you go there, just ask for Dale and tell him that I sent you. Hey, it's Greg Stanley with the Collector Car Podcast. Last week was all about Moda Miami, the RM Sotheby's Miami sale with Gore Duff. And like I said, this week is all about supercars. Now, these are supercars that are coming on offer at the Miami sale. Now, if you're joining me on YouTube, you'll see that there are a ton of incredible, beautiful cars. And there are some supercars that I am not going to talk about. I'm just a broad overview of some of these incredible cars and a little information on each to give you a good idea of some of the incredible offerings. It's like a Concours supercar show at an auction. Now, the first car I have to talk about is one that is not actually in the auction, but I believe it will be presented and on site. It's this incredible Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR GT1. Now, this is an incredible car. Per their description, 1997 Mercedes AMG CLK GTR GT1. Sotheby sealed, so this is through the Sotheby's private auction, so this is where you can actually bid online. It's not actually during the Miami sale, but it is happening over the weekend of the Miami sale. Now, Sotheby Sealed is thrilled to present the winningest CLK GTR racing car in existence, campaigned by Mercedes AMG as a works entry during the 1997 FIA GT Championship. It was driven to a championship victory in 1997, the inaugural series for the championship. With 4 victories to its name, it was retained by Mercedes until being sold to the current collector, its first and only private owner, in 2015. A landmark automobile in the history of Mercedes-Benz, it would be a significant addition to any collection worldwide as an icon of 1990s motorsport. I saw these race back in the 90s at Road Atlanta, just outside of Atlanta, Georgia. Incredible, incredible cars. Okay, our first supercar for the RM Sotheby's Miami sale is this 1996 Honda NSX R. Now, the estimate on this one is $450,000 to $550,000. This is a very, very special car, not just any kind of NSX. The high-performance lightweight variant of the famed NSX. Now, this was originally built for the Japanese market only, one of only 483 first-generation examples. This one has fewer than 12,000 miles from new at the time of cataloging, and it has excellent preservation throughout. Now, it is white with a red interior, black carpet, absolutely stunning. This is a no-holds-barred variant of the famed NSX supercar that maximized performance above all other considerations. The NSX R was lightened via numerous traditional methods, including deletion of sound deadening, the audio and air conditioning systems, traction control, spare tire, and even some of the electrical system, and fitment of the custom Recaro seats and lightweight forged aluminum wheels. Altogether, some 265 pounds were stripped away for a total curb weight of just over 2,700 pounds. Our next supercar from RM Sotheby's Miami sale is this 1988 Lamborghini Countach 5000 QB. Now, the estimate on this one is $850,000 to $950,000. You know, this is one of my favorite cars of all time. This is an incredibly well-preserved Countach that remained on original MSO until 2018. It displays less than 800 miles at time of cataloging, with just one titled owner from new. Wow. Said to be one of 66 later fuel-injected 5000 QV cars delivered to the United States. Converted soon after purchase to more powerful Weber downdraft carburetor configuration with correct engine cover and Euro spec front bumper fitted. Striking colors of red over white leather equipped from new with signature rear wing. Some people love them, some people hate them. I could take them either way. I would probably want the wing. All right, the next car for RM Sotheby's Miami sale is another Lamborghini, but this one's a 1994 Diablo VT. Now, the estimate on this one is $275,000 to $325,000. A significant technological leap forward for Lamborghini. Brash looks and exceptional performance, beautiful state of preservation, showing just over 13,000 miles at the time of cataloging. Well maintained without regard to expense during 13 years of enthusiast ownership, including a new clutch, power steering, and air conditioning system overhauls, replacement of engine and powertrain hoses and seals, sensors, and hardware, water pump rebuilt, and fitment of new engine mounts and Michelin Pilot Sport 45 tires. All right, so this thing is ready to go. Fitted with unique custom-ordered bull horns rear wing. You're looking at them right now if you're on YouTube, and it is quite a sight to behold. The Lamborghini Diablo was much more than a successor to the legendary Countach. It kept its predecessor's aggressive wedge design, its howling V12, its trademark scissor doors, and its unmatched attitude. But it also gained a welcome measure of civility and, in the guise of the Diablo VT, advanced technology that enhanced performance and tractability. Although all-wheel drive is common in today's supercar, the Diablo VT's vicious traction system, which could send up to 25% of torque to the front wheels, was quite exotic upon its introduction in 1993. It only served to reinforce the model's status as a dream car for enthusiasts worldwide. Now here's some fun facts about this particular Diablo. The next supercar for RM Sotheby's Miami sale is the 2010 Bugatti Veyron 16.4 Grand Sport Sang-Miu. With 2 Le Mans wins, dozens of Grand Prix victories, 5 Targa Florios, and Manufacturers' Championship, and the build of some of the pre-wars period most celebrated sports and luxury automobiles to its credit, it is no wonder that the Bugatti mark is regularly honored at world-class Concours d'Elegance and museums. The company's signature product, the 1,001 horsepower Veyron 16.4, has spent years in careful development by the VW Group's specialized engineers and was received with justifiable acclaim by journalists and enthusiasts alike upon its 2005 introduction, redefining the benchmark for the modern hypercar in the process. At the 2008 Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance, Bugatti trotted out a new open-top variant of the Veyron, dubbed the Grand Sport. On both the Veyron and the Grand Sport, the design lines paved the way for distinctive two-tone color schemes in the tradition of the pre-war Grand Touring model. Chassis number 43 was initially presented to great acclaim during the 2009 Monterey Car Week on the famous concept car lawn at the Pebble Beach Lodge. This is the official Bugatti one-off show car built for the marque's 100th anniversary celebratory events. Exquisite unfinished coachwork comprised of royal blue exposed carbon fiber and polished aluminum, absolutely stunning. Presented by Bugatti at several 2009 events, including the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance concept car lawn and a private press showing at the Frankfurt Motor Show. Benefits from a mild life of fastidious care under just 2 private owners. Displays just under 3,000 miles at cataloging, and the major service was completed in September of 2023. This is a unique open-top expression of Bugatti's flagship Veyron hypercar. All right, the next supercar at RM Sotheby's Miami sale is another Bugatti, this time a 2008 Chiron. Estimate is $3.2 to $3.8 million. At the Geneva Salon in March of 2016, Bugatti finally unveiled a successor to the Veyron 16.4, which at this time was named after a far more significant works racing driver, celebrated Bugatti legend Louis Chiron. A new Bugatti Chiron shared many of its predecessor's features, carrying over the prior model's all-wheel drive rear mid-engine architecture, its approximate coachwork dimensions, and most importantly, the aluminum alloy 8-liter quad turbocharged W16 engine. Yet despite this outwardly consistency, 95% of the Veyron was changed in the new model. This example is one of approximately 207 original Chirons built among 500 total examples of all iterations. This is a rarely driven example displaying just under 1,500 miles. benefits from fastidious care by a single dedicated owner, elegant color combination of French racing blue and exposed blue carbon fiber over a two-tone deep blue French racing blue interior. This is an exquisite example of the modern Bugatti's next generation hypercar, and a major service was completed in September of 2023. All right, the next supercar for RM Sotheby's Miami sale is an American supercar, the 2019 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1. Now, the estimate on this one's $230,000 to $300,000, and it is offered without reserve. This is the best C7 Corvette in which to own, especially when it's a manual, and this one is. Chevrolet described the 2019 ZR1 as a supercar that advances Corvette's performance legacy with the highest power, greatest track performance, and most advanced technology in its production history. In fact, the new model's more efficient intercooled supercharger system offers 52% more displacement than the Z06's supercharger, and the final output of 755 horsepower and 715 pound-feet of torque were the most ever delivered by a Corvette production automobile. Certified top speed was 212.49 miles per hour. It was a brutal performance machine with a throbbing exhaust note to match, but also one that was surprisingly tractable at low speeds. Winning laurels from all the major automotive press as being an outstanding driver's car, it was worthy of the label supercar in a way that few Corvettes had ever been before. Now, this example remains essentially new with just 495 actual miles at the time of cataloging. Desirable and stunning extra cost color of Sebring orange, and it is outfitted with virtually every available factory options. This is one of the best collector grade examples, and as I mentioned before, it is a manual transmission car, which only adds value. All right, our next supercar at RM Sotheby's Miami sales is 1990 Ferrari F40, estimates $2.8 to $3.4 million. Few cars have captured the imagination of a generation in quite the same way as the Ferrari F40. The final design signed off on by Enzo Ferrari himself, this B-winged exercise in hedonism is the ultimate 1980s supercar. Unveiled at the 1987 Frankfurt Motor Show, the F40 owed its existence to the 288 GTO race car that had been developed to compete in Group B at Le Mans. It was hoped that this 288 GTO race car would repeat the success of its forebears at the French Classic, but a spate of accidents meant the Group B formula was axed. Rather than abandoning the project, however, Maranello engineers adapted the design for production. Launched to mark the firm's 40th anniversary, the resultant F40 was among the greatest cars of the 20th century. This particular car has single ownership and fewer than 746 miles from new, a rare and desirable European specification non-cat, non-adjust example. It was benefiting from major service totaling over $70,000 in 2023. Ferrari classification certification has been submitted and it is pending. Retains its matching numbers, body, chassis, engine, and gearbox, accompanied by all the books and tools. It is an icon of the original supercar era, as thrilling to drive as its looks suggest. Next, for RM Sotheby's Miami sale, we have another Ferrari, a very rare one, a 2005 Ferrari 575 Super America, estimates $400,000 to $550,000. Ferrari's 575 Super America was immediately set apart by its Revochromic rotating hardtop, the first of its kind ever fitted to a production car. It was constructed using a carbon fiber frame integrated with electrochromic glass. When the top was closed, the opacity of the glass could be adjusted via a dial in the cabin, allowing the driver and passenger to experience the full brightness of a conventional roof at its lightest setting, or just 1% of available light at its darkest. Further, the Super America could be transformed into a convertible at the touch of a button, with the roof rotating back to rest flush with the rear deck in just 10 seconds. Combined with the potent drivetrain of the 575M Maranello beneath, it made for a formidable sports car for all occasions and weather that was true to the storied spirit of the Super American name. This particular example has had two owners since new, originally delivered to noted enthusiast Michael Fuchs. Equipped with the highly sought-after HGTC handling package, well maintained, and it is in pristine condition with less than 1,700 actual miles at the time of cataloging. All right, next at RM Sotheby's Miami sale, 1990 Mercedes-Benz Hammer, the 560 SEC AMG 6.0 wide body, estimate is $500,000 to $700,000. These are just hot in the marketplace right now. This is a stunning, exceptionally late example of AMG's Autobahn-crushing 6-liter double overhead cam Super Coupe, one of the decade's most iconic and era-defining poster cars. Powered by the rarely seen 6-liter hybrid AMG V8 engine, combining the performance and attitude of AMG's legendary M117 double overhead cam with the improved serviceability of its successor, German market AMG conversion, as documented by copies of its original AMG invoices, likely one of only a handful of examples produced by AMG for domestic customers with this fascinating hybrid power plant. An outstanding pre-merger prize which retains all of its most desirable options, concrete AMG documentation, and wears the model's most evocative color scheme. Just a wonderful, beautiful car. All right, we're going to get into some Porsches here at RM Sotheby's Miami sale. This first one's a 1998 Roof Turbo R. Now the estimate's $1.5 to $1.8 million. Now this is one of 15 uniquely tailored examples produced, believed to be one of 4 equipped with all-wheel drive. It has a hand-built 560 horsepower, 3.6-liter twin-turbocharged flat-six engine, 6-speed manual transaxle, finished in the attention-grabbing color scheme of Grand Prix white over a cabin trimmed with black leather and acid green highlights. Desirably specified with lightweight door cards, slick top, shaved rain gutters, carbon ceramic brake package, integrated roll cage, carbon lollipop seats, climate control, and 19-inch center lock alloyed wheels. Now this is fitted with over $88,000 of upgrades by Roof in late 2022. And now offered directly from the personal collection of Roof North America, Roof's sole North American representative. Upgrades include bigger turbos, center locking wheels, carbon ceramic brake package, repainting of the front and rear carbon bumpers, and reupholstery. What a cool car. Now stay tuned because we are going to cover Gunther Works and a Singer. There's a lot of great Porsches at this sale. All right, next up at RM Sotheby's Miami sale, 1996 Porsche 911 remastered by Gunther Works, estimates $1 to $1.3 million. While the 993 generation of Porsche's iconic 911 was effectively the end of the road-going Stuttgart's beloved air-cooled power plants, it also laid the foundation for an entirely secondary industry devoted to building custom air-cooled Porsches. Some of these firms have grown to become among the most popular shops in the world, with legions of adoring fans at car events and across social media alike. It is Gunther Works of Huntington Beach, California, however, that brings the 993 into the realm of the truly extraordinary. As described by Gunther Works themselves, the company's remastered 911s are envisioned as the car Porsche would be building today had the automaker not stopped building the 993 in 1998. Now, this particular example is known as the Chelsea Gray Commission, the first of 25 sport touring examples produced. It debuted at the Gunther Works display during the 2018 edition of the Quail. Naturally aspirated, air-cooled 4-liter flat 6-cylinder engine reported to produce 400 horsepower and 300 pound-feet of torque, amply outfitted with sport touring package, a 6-speed manual transmission, carbon ceramic brakes, front axle lift system, and over $22,000 of additional upgrades supplied by Gunther Works in September of 2022. These are very, very cool. So if you're looking at a Singer, you've got to look at a Gunther Works. Speaking of which, let's talk about the Singer. Next up for RM Sotheby's Miami sales, a 1991 Porsche 911 reimagined by Singer, the classic study. Now the estimate on this one's $1.3 to $1.5 million. Arguably the world's most beloved sports car, Porsche's 911 celebrates its 61st birthday this year, capable of tackling everything from the daily commute to a podium finish at the 24-hour of Le Mans. Die-hard Porschephiles argue that there is no challenge a 911 cannot overcome. It is a paragon of design and engineering. Perhaps no company has celebrated the heritage of the air-cooled 911 with such obsessive attention to detail as California-based Singer. Singer customers are able to restore their coupe or Targa body styles with rear or four-wheel drive transmission and a 3.6, 3.8, or 4-liter hand-built engine. Their car is disassembled, leaving the original chassis, which is cleaned, prepared, and strengthened before fitted with carbon fiber body panels, enabling significant weight reduction. From there, the sky is the limit for personalization. Each 911 reimagined by Singer is a bespoke creation tailored to the tastes of each specific owner, and thus no two of the company's fiercely personal commissions are the same. Now, this example is known as the San Juan Commission, completed for the consignor and delivered in October of 2023. It's an opportunity to acquire a Porsche 911 reimagined by Singer with only 25 miles driven since restoration at time of cataloging. Stunning color combination of Grand Prix white over hand-trimmed black and lime green interior featuring visible carbon fiber accents. Exceptional bespoke specifications including seam-wielded chassis upgrades, hand-built 4-liter engine, 6-speed transmission, titanium exhaust, Mulholland rear wing, and adjustable sports suspension. One-off example of Singer's lauded classic study services, which illustrates the height of style, performance, and quality achieved when everything is important. All right, we've got 3 more to go. Next for RM Sotheby's Miami sales is 2014 Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG Black Series, the modern version of the Gullwing. The estimate on this one is $675 to $850. Introduced at the 2009 Frankfurt Auto Show, the Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG marked a significant chapter in the brand's history, combining classic design elements with cutting-edge performance. Hot on the heels of the Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren, it was designed as the spiritual successor to the iconic 300 SL Gullwing, and therefore features the characteristic gullwing doors and a long hood, beneath which sat a handcrafted front mid-mounted 6.2-liter V8 engine. Multiple limited edition models were released over its 5-year production run, including the Roadster in 2011 and the unique SLS AMG GT electric drive in 2012, but none would top the Black Series. It would not be until 2014 when Mercedes-Benz would introduce the Black Series, its highest performance variant, inspired by the SLS AMG GT3, crafted for uncomprised performance. The monstrous front mid-mounted V8 was modified to produce an incredible 622 horsepower and 468 pound-feet of torque, making it the highest horsepower naturally aspirated production V8 in the world at the time. This was coupled with the significant use of carbon fiber throughout, a titanium exhaust, and lower placement of its DCT 7-speed sports transmission, allowing for vastly improved handling characteristics in comparison to the standard SLS AMG. With a staggering 8,000 RPM rev limit, 0 to 60 miles per hour could be reached in just 3.5 seconds on the way to a top speed of 196 miles per hour. Proof was truly in the numbers for the dynamic sports coupe. Now, this particular example is presented in Solar Beam Yellow, one of 30 delivered to the U.S. in this color, just 3 owners from new, and showing just under 3,900 miles at this time. Stunning modern gullwing design coupled with advanced lightweight performance technology, it's accompanied by owner's manual and service documents, a remarkable chance to acquire the ultimate performance variants of the SLS AMG. Next for RM Sotheby's Miami sales is 2012 Lexus LFA Nurburgring package. The estimate's $1.55 to $1.95 million. Now, these are extremely rare. Heralded as the pinnacle of Japanese supercar engineering, the Lexus LFA was unveiled at the Tokyo Motor Show in October 2009 as the ultimate model in the Mark's F line and a halo car for the brand. A was short for Apex, demonstrating that the model was a testament to Lexus's pursuit of engineering perfection. Its crown jewel was no doubt its 4.8-liter naturally aspirated V10 engine, which was developed in collaboration with Yamaha's music division to produce an intoxicating symphony, a power plant that makes the LFA arguably one of the finest-sounding road-going supercars of all time. A quick-shifting 6-speed automated sequential gearbox allowed the LFA to make the most of its spine-tingling 9,000 RPM redline. It is by far one of the most intoxicating engine sounds you will ever hear. I had the chance to rev one up at the Arizona Scottsdale sale a couple years ago, and it was incredible. In spring 2010, Lexus announced the LFA Nurburg Edition, a track-focused variant which focused on increasing performance both through power and aerodynamic refinements. Limited to only 64 units, the most notable changes included a revised front splitter, fixed rear wing, and winglets on the nose, all in the incredibly lightweight woven carbon fiber composite material. The high-revving V10 was given a 10 horsepower increase to 562, managed through an improved 6-speed automated manual transmission. Now, this particular car is number 336 of 500 produced, one of only 25 U.S. delivered examples equipped with the Nurburgring package. Thought to be the only LFA Nurburgring package produced in code 9K5 orange over red and black interior. The odometer shows just 315 miles at the time of cataloging. This is just an incredible opportunity to own one of the rarest Japanese supercars ever made. All right, our last car for RM Sotheby's Miami sale is this 2015 McLaren P1. Now the estimate's $1.9 to $2.1 million. It is amazing to think that just over a decade, the sun was rising on a new era of hypercars. The automotive industry was quickly moving into the future, and with that came electrification and hybrid powertrains to not only improve efficiency, but also push the envelope of performance. Leading the charge were McLaren, Ferrari, and Porsche, each with a slightly different take on how best to extract the greatest performance from the marriage of combustion engine and electric motor. The result was three of the most spectacular hybrid hypercars of the modern era: the P1, LaFerrari, and the 918 Spider. For McLaren, the P1 was a watershed moment in the history of the company, having just returned to road car production with their spectacular MP4-12C sports car. McLaren was poised to produce a new F1, quote-unquote, a car that would proudly reaffirm the company's place in the upper echelon of ultra-exclusive, high-performance marques. Staying true to its roots, McLaren sought to keep weight to an absolute minimum, which resulted in the development of a carbon monocoque chassis that tipped the scales at only 200 pounds. The P1's external bodywork and major cabin structures were made from an impressive lightweight assemblage of carbon fiber panels. Now, this particular example is number 115 of only 350 built, and it only has 19 miles at the time of cataloging, so it's really never been driven. You can consider those delivery miles. Stunningly finished in silver with exposed carbon fiber accents over a black interior. Groundbreaking construction, Formula One styled aerodynamics, and pioneering 893 horsepower hybrid powertrain. As delivered presentation, perhaps the lowest mileage McLaren F1 available for acquisition at this time. Stunning, stunning car. All right, so that's it for the Miami sale. I thought you would enjoy some of these supercars. So please, if you're going to be in Miami, please let me know. I will be at the site pretty much the entire weekend, as well as at the Motor Car Show. So as always, I will talk to all of you next week.